Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from New York City. That is the Chrysler Building and some smokestacks, Waldo style. See what I did there?
I do.
The red and white stripes.
Exactly.
Because Waldo has a
You
shirt.
ever been to a Waldo party?
A Waldo party?
Yeah, you never been to
We're
one of
having
those?
one tonight at our place.
Are
You're
we?
invited. It's
I
happening.
better be invited to my place.
Let's do it. What does it involve? Everyone hides?
No, everyone dresses like Waldo.
Oh, it sounds like a big hide and seek
No,
party.
everyone dresses like Waldo.
Dang it.
That's all.
I just want a hide and seek party, man. Let's do that later.
Doesn't
Okay.
sound as fun.
Why not? Okay. We have a giveaway. Giving away total Turtle Beach headset.
Exactly.
Okay, how do we decide we're doing this?
Oh, okay. It's trivia.
Trivia.
Exactly. So
Based on one of our players in the next game.
Exactly.
Who's Minigun. Okay. Same conditions as before. Tweet at MLG, at AxelToss, at ISAxLab. The trivia question is, a player in the next game has a middle name. What is it?
Well, minigun. I mean, player minigun.
Chad Jones. What's his middle name?
Yeah. So
His
people don't
true middle
mistake
name.
and give KawaiiRice.
Tweet, whoever's the first tweet at me, Nick, and MLG gets the Turtle Beach headset, and it's awesome. I know you have one.
I do.
I have one.
They
and
are
I love
awesome.
it. What is his middle name? Okay, here we go. We're getting answers in. Oh, we already have a winner.
We do?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Phil Shalm. No
Good name.
Molos. He said Richard, and that is his middle name. That is Chad Jones' middle name. He's
Anyone-
coming up next. By
Yep.
the way.
That is our next match. Is Minigun versus KawaiiRice.
Yes, PBT. Should we go ahead and meander on into the game?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Phil Shalm. Tweet at me or something, or give me a Twitch message.
You can just DM him on. I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
You figure it out.
I'll figure it
All
out.
right. Our first game, Minigun, or let's just do it this way. At the bottom right hand of Frost, we have the red Protoss, Root Minigun. And his opponent, the bottom left-hand corner of MLG Frost, we have KawaiiRice.
Nice. So, KawaiiRice,
It's a race switcher, man.
he is a race switcher, literally. He likes Zerg and Terran. He likes playing them both. And I talked to him. We do have an interview with him, too. I guess I'll spoil some of it. I talked to him about it, and he said that he does it because he always kind of wanted to try the other races, but he never had the opportunity to because he was really focusing on Terran and being good. But with the release of Heart of the Swarm, he felt like that gave him a good opportunity to start focusing on another race, like during the beta and stuff. And so he started playing a lot of Zerg, and now he switches between Terran and Zerg. Cool little
It's always
fact, right?
cool to see Tilia is another multi-race player. that we've
Okay,
seen some of.
this is a fun game. Let me try to come up with another one.
Good luck.
Dang it! See, you took the two easy ones. It's not fair. Hold on.
There was a random.
Genius. Genius?
No. Well,
What was his name? Yeah, it was Genius, wasn't it?
Genius played a different race in Brood War, but that doesn't count.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know
there
if
was-
he did. There's been a bunch of places which.
Who am I thinking of? The random player in Korea. He's one of the bigger ones. Like he's only ever the only random guy in Korea who ever gets anywhere, kind of.
Guinea pig.
Yes.
But he hasn't played for.
Well, that's
he was
my
early
next
on.
guess.
Yep.
Now it's your turn.
I have to go back to Brood War to.
So you give up?
Yeah, I give
So
up.
I win.
Oh, wait. Can I say Phoenix is a race switcher in Brood War?
No, it doesn't count. StarCraft 2.
Okay. Yeah. I give up.
Really?
Well, for competitive players. Yeah, we're done. Like.
Okay. Minigun.
Well, but not like he never competitively switches races.
He's laddered on.
Yo,
other-
every top player is laddered other races.
and he does like
that's
really
all
well too.
Well, yeah, so does MC.
So the
Like,
line
and-
is like
and
the line
MC,
is like do
playing
you
it in a tournament that matters.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Like I mean, MC is well known for his off races, for example.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like all the top Koreans play a lot of off race, but they never play it in a competitive environment
Fair enough.
where like stuff's on the line.
I submit the point.
Nice little drone block here. You know what's
Oh.
weird? Like how often do you see a drone block in Nexus?
TLO
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
and Morrow.
Yeah.
Ha! I'm
You
so
got me.
smart. I just came up with that on the top of my head.
You got me.
I wasn't reading my Twitch chat. I wasn't doing that. Thank you, by the way.
I was thinking more recent people who.
Thanks,
Yep,
Hellbent.
You're right.
Hellbent in the Twitch chat.
You are correct, sir.
Good work.
I don't know how I forgot about those guys.
Anyway, enough about that.
All right, so we should talk about this
Look
map
at this
a little
map.
bit.
Oh my
yeah,
god, I just noticed.
this was a Team Liquid map contest winner that we put in MLG Anaheim map pool, and this MLG Summer Invite uses the same map pool as the Spring Championships in Anaheim.
Did anyone ever? Were any? I never. I have. It's the first time seeing a game on this map.
Well, most players veto it. The way we do maps is we give players a chance to veto maps they're not comfortable with. Yeah. In the best of 3, in the best of 7, we did see it. I think once Anaheim when we got the extended series and it went to all the maps, but. For the most part, players did veto it.
Like Polt versus Gun in the final? That went to all the games. But it was best of 5, I think.
Yes, I don't think we...
It was an extended series.
Yeah,
okay,
like Polt versus Nano was extended series, but I don't even know if that
Yeah.
one... There was one series that got to it.
Hero Hyun?
I
don't think so.
I don't remember which one it was. So.
Okay, anyway. Strange map, kinda.
Yeah,
but
it's a good map. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
I like... Honestly, it's weird. I like more the maps with multiple spawns. Like, I just think it's cool to have more spawns on the map. Maybe it's because so many of our StarCraft 2 maps are 2 spawn.
It's harder for Protoss, in a sense, because you have to scout more locations.
I mean, every race does, right?
Well, when you're dealing with the early pools, like, Zerg is the only race where it's like, well...
Well, Zerg versus, like, proxy, yeah.
Because you want to scout, obviously, where their base is, so you can see the timing of the pool, and you can block a 15 hatch kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, you're right. For PvC, it makes it a little tougher for the Protoss, I think.
Something to consider. But these guys spawning at the bottom side of the map, so it's not like it's bottom right, top left.
Minigun's doing 4-gate pressure, by the way.
Where's this? Does you have a pylon over there?
I do not see any pylons. There is a Renegade probe.
A Renegade probe?
Yes.
My favorite kind of probe.
Or we could call it a wilderness probe, because he's been exploring the wilderness.
I
like
like Renegade, though.
Renegade's good, too.
I feel that's more fierce.
You know, it's because he's not with, like, all his buddies are just chilling, like, mining. He's like, no, mining minerals is not for me. I was born for greater.
Yes. Well, speaking of greater, we got a lot of units just sprinting across the field from KawaiiRice.
I think what KawaiiRice wants to do is, because his Zerglings spotted the 3 gates at the front, and he was the gateway expert, so he knew it was 4 gates. So he knows it's 4-gate pressure. And he wants to deny proxy pylons with speed leads to take map control.
He's looking for him. Can he find them? Did he find that one on the left-hand side?
Yeah,
yes, he did.
One. He didn't. There's one further back he hasn't spotted yet.
There's sheep near that, too. Or a ram? Something. Near that, too. It hid behind those icicles. I don't know if... There it is.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. He's like, what are you guys doing?
That is a, yeah, that is a...
Why did you guys kill that?
That is a ram.
Why are you guys... This is my... What are you doing here? This is my colony.
There are still Zelt Warpins, and what you want to do here from the Protoss point of view is there's, let's say, 14 to 16 speedings out. That's what he knows. Well, in fact, there's more, but he doesn't know that until...
Well, what's the drone count? Just curious.
40, so very little.
So when you recognize that it's only 40 drones, what's the next step?
Well, he hasn't recognized that yet.
Okay, I guess once you do, what is Minigun's next step?
Keep opening Zealots, but you wait longer. So ideally, he'd wait longer.
Yeah.
Because as you can scale up, it favors the Zealots more and more. But right now, there's so many speed lanes. Oh, great force fields.
Really good force fields.
Well, the Queens are taking out the motion core, yeah.
Oh, there's a recall.
I mean, that's actually... I say great force fields, but he probably wouldn't let more Zerglings pass them.
Look at the Queens there. There's 5?
The,
you can tell he used to play Terran.
You know what? He's taking notes from Tilia. This is like Tilia style. A lot of Queens, a lot of hatcheries.
KawaiiRice and Tilia are best friends. They're on the same team. Did you know that?
It makes... I did know that.
You did or didn't?
I did.
Okay, yeah.
And they were on the same team under Light before as well.
So they're best friends, really. So they definitely talk a lot about strategy, which is really cool, I think.
And yeah, I mean, this is definitely like a very hatchery-heavy, low-tech style of play, which is what she loves to play as Zerg. It's a cool style. I love watching the style because
it's fun, isn't it?
It is. It's like you just make so much stuff, and you don't care if you lose stuff as much.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I lost a hatchery. Yeah, whatever.
I have another one.
Yeah, lost 20 speedings.
The more important thing is just not straight all-out dying, right?
Exactly.
As long as the game goes on, who cares if you lose stuff?
It's really fun to play.
Yeah. Ooh, 2 Stargates added on by Minigun, too.
So he's going up to 3 Stargates. This is a build we've seen quite a bit. I think it was most popularized by Alicia in the WCS America Season 1. Alicia just was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this every game versus every Zerg, and I'll win every game. You take a third off of 1 Stargate, and then you go ahead and and then you just make 3 Stargates. Alicia normally went 3-gate pressure, not 4 gates. So this build is a little bit slower than Alicia's. as far as everything's a little later because just the extra gateways of units.
Well, I mean, he saw all the lings from KawaiiRice, so it's a thing where it's like he can kind of afford to slow it down a little based on that, I think.
Well, I mean, he built a lot of units as well.
That's true, yeah, that's true.
It's not a big difference. But the idea is you want to get to 1 Stargate before the 3rd, because if your opponent puts in a lot of roach pressure, having 1 or 2 Void Rays can really shut that down.
It's kind of hard to control too. Like this is like a lot of people don't go to Stargate necessarily because it is quite like if you're playing at home and you're thinking about working on Stargate, like it's a lot of controls required to make it work. Void Rays are so important. They're so expensive. You never want to have to rebuild them. Keeping them alive is essential. Dealing with counterattacks, knowing when to recall back, knowing when to apply some pressure, knowing when to counterattack. All things you absolutely need to know when you're playing Sky Toss against Zerg as Protoss.
This probe just slipped on right by all the speedings. Oh, I think they noticed it.
No,
They're in hot
probe.
pursuit.
Probe, run. At least.
Oh, only one. He's like, it is me.
Yield. Oh, the Zealot saves him. Zealot's like, go ahead. I got this. Escorting a probe to the top-hand side of the map of MLG Frost.
And the Zealot's scared. Look at this. They're all scared.
Yeah. Okay, there's something going on the left. Is that just hallucinating Phoenix?
Yeah. Another probe.
Yes.
So one thing I was going to point out that's really cool.
Where's that Zealot come from?
KawaiiRice has done several things.
Okay.
One, he's gotten Overlord speed as well as Overlord drop capabilities.
Yeah.
I forget what that's called, actually. And he's getting +2 melee attack. What's super important about this is once you get +2 melee attack, Baneling's one-hit probes.
Ventral Sacs?
Ventral Sacs, exactly. Pneumatized Carapace and Ventral Sacs have both been reachers.
11 Overlords in production. That smells like a supply block. That's one of those things where it's like...
11's going to put him way over 200, but he's going to lose some.
That's true. Yeah,
but yes, so he can start one-hitting probes with Banelings, except he doesn't have any Banelings in the Overlords. It's kind of weird.
There's a little hallway there.
But it's okay.
Okay, he's going to straight forward. Oh!
There's a recall to the 3rd.
Force field.
Oh, they didn't go for the probes.
The units are attacking the 3rd into the natural, I should say. Voiders are there, but now...
Oh, some more Baneling drops, I think.
KawaiiRice just swinging on into the
Nexus
3rd.
Is dead, if he wants it. Wow! 2-2 speedlings? Look how fast they killed the probes. The probes look like they were shot by like AoE or something.
Yeah. Wow, really cool strategy from KawaiiRice.
You know, this is a great counter to mass air because air doesn't really kill speedlings. Like, yeah, you can't kill the Void Rays, but you worry about them later, right?
Yeah.
You just kill their economy.
KawaiiRice says, I started doing Ling Bane drops plus aggression, playing sort of like a Terran. Except any trades I make are good, no matter how inefficient, because Zerg has money. That's the idea behind this for KawaiiRice.
Here's how Zerg gets money right here to top left. 86 harvesters to 45. He's killed 35 workers of miniguns in that attack. Both the Baneling drops at the 3rd and then the speedings at the natural. Or wait, vice versa, sorry. I mixed that up, but whatever. You guys got the point.
That's pretty cool, though.
And I think, you know, Minigun's in a terrible spot. Look how much resources are banked up.
How many queens does he have, too?
That's a good question. 9 queens.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good creep spread as well. This is like...
Yeah, look at the creep spread. Oh my god. This is not a small map. We should put this to scale. Well, I guess the units being there puts it to scale. But
this is not quite as big as Whirlwind, I don't think, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's almost as big as Whirlwind. It's as big as Red City. Which, I don't know. Whatever. It's a huge map.
4 more queens in production. I wonder if he should incorporate like Nidus or something. I think that'd be cool.
I mean, he's going double Spire, and he's got so much minerals and gas. I think he's just going to build a billion Mutilus.
I don't know about that, though. That's like the last thing I might do.
Yeah, I mean, Mutilus, he can overwhelm the Void Rays if he catches him off guard. Of course, with 3 Stargates, if Minigun spots the Spires, he can just build a bunch of... You know what he's doing? I don't think he's going to build Mutilus for a while.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's waiting for like a time when he'll build like 40 at once.
Yeah, we'll save up like 5,000 gas, 4,000.
He's gonna go Ultraless for a while.
Yeah, and it's a late game thing, right? Yep. You get your Spires so you can get your upgrades, and you always have that threat. So your Protoss opponent never really knows when you're gonna do it, so they have to always be scared.
It's something you can do when you have 76 workers on 5 bases. Yeah, 5 bases. Obviously, you don't want to spend the resources on 2 Spires and all the upgrades if you're only on 3 or 4 bases, but once you get to that super late game, you can start to afford to do these things for potential investments.
Oh, there we go. 23 mutas on the way.
Okay.
Maybe like mix them in an army, or I guess just trying to spread his opponent out is the idea.
I mean, if Minigun doesn't see it coming, they're just going to
look at this creep. It's at his natural. It's at Minigun's natural. I'm not even kidding. Look.
He's gonna block between a natural and third.
Oh
with
my
creep.
gosh.
You know, the mass queens is gonna be hard to beat, honestly.
V-backs.
Well,
Kill all of them.
they have no ground upgrades, so a Guardian Shield will totally neutralize them against ground. But against air, they'll still be pretty decent.
V-backs onto the Queens. Banelings trying to muscle
Queens.
their way through. Decent force fields from Minigun, but these are 2-2 Zerglings. Queens getting transfused, but the Void Rays are just too powerful at this point in time. Where are the Mutas?
They're on the way.
Okay. Well,
Well, he killed the Nexus, right? This is what we're talking about this build, is you can afford... Remember, he said he can afford to be inefficient. What did he lose? Queens, Speedlings, a few Banelings. That's all minerals. He can replace them with a wave of his hand. And these Voiders are
oh,
be
here
unhappy.
come the Mutas, taking him off guard. The Void Rays turning around, trying to engage, but is it too much? Minigun gonna back up, scurrying away with those Void Rays. Sentry's trying to be heroes. Archon's there as well. You don't want one of those wince moments where a bunch of Mutas pop to
Golden
a couple
Armada
Archons.
survives for now.
Yep.
Actually, there's not enough carriers in here to be the Golden Armada.
Build the Nexus probe. Build it. Hurry up. If you don't build that Nexus, but sir, I can't. You build the Nexus or you're gonna die.
I would like to see him kill his probe right now.
Yeah.
Why aren't you building the
I
Nexus?
can't do it. You better build it. This is your last chance.
You know what'd be
soldier.
awesome? He should put a sentry over... Actually, he doesn't know where they're burrowed, huh? It could be anywhere in this zone. It'd be cool to use the Archon Splash, yeah. That was a trick people use a lot in Broodor.
You can do it, like, you build pylons, you keep trying to build them, and you cancel it if you can't build it.
So, yes.
And then you can know where the Zerglings are.
You're within a hex or two, yeah.
KawaiiRice says, I should have went Mass Queen, Hydra, Ling, Bane drops to end the game, but instead stayed on only Ling, Bane, Queen too long. Then went Mutas, which played into Minigun's favor in terms of army composition.
I mean, yeah, he's got 3 Stargates. Now, the one thing that... It's not the horribly worst decision just because there's no fleet beacon. But KawaiiRice can't really know that, right? Normally they have a fleet beacon. It's only because Minigun's been on... He's lost his third so many times, that is, he hasn't had the economy to get the fleet beacon.
Right.
But even without the fleet beacon, Phoenixes just beat Mutas if they can produce a good amount, which on 3 Stargates is something you can do as a Protoss player. So if you look at the army compositions, 34 Mutas and 9 Queens. It's pretty much, he's just got Mutas and Queens. And the problem is he can't really add in Corruptors very easily to deal with the Phoenixes because there's so many freaking Void Rays.
Yeah.
Infestors is what he's got to do,
yes,
yeah.
Indeed.
He also, good, he needs to start upgrading to Queens. That last battle would have gone so much better if his Queens had upgrades.
I think Minigun needs a 4th eventually. I mean, he's just been trying to get his 3rd up, right?
Minigun needs a 3rd.
Yeah, it's like, he needs to figure that out, man. Or take an Ninja Expo or something. The top right, man.
There's a Zergling Patrol in it, man. KawaiiRice knows his stuff.
Top left.
There's a Zergling, or you're right, he's got a pond there. Oh, Queen's sieging from the cliff. That's pretty cool.
Uh-oh. Minigun out for blood. Gonna start picking up these Queens, and KawaiiRice overextending a little bit. Of course, did not want to lose those Queens. There's a choke point here.
Oh, is these Banelings in here? Yeah, there's Banelings. There's not too much. I mean, they could kill the sentries, but the sentries aren't really that big a deal in this. He can go for the probes that Bailey drops. I mean, get the Archons.
Oh, here come the Overlords. Oh, Archon's doing a lot of splash damage on the Mutas. KawaiiRice actually has to be really careful trying to transfuse what he can. Void Rays. Phoenix is doing a ridiculous amount of damage to these Mutas. And I think Minigun will be able to hold on, but remember, KawaiiRice can trade. Minigun can't necessarily, but look at that. All these Queens dangling their legs saying, let me go. Minigun saying, you're going to die, man. Minigun's happy about that.
That was...
Units lost should be, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. I mean, that's what happens when you go pure air versus pure air in Zerg versus Protoss. Protoss air beats Zerg air. It's actually just that simple. In equal resources. Now, often Zerg can win with overwhelming their opponent, but...
Shield your eyes.
He needs some infestors, man. I don't
All
know why
these
he has
Overlords, man. Isn't that a fun feeling, though, as Protoss?
Oh, yeah.
Where you have, like, 30 Phoenixes, and your Zerg opponent has, like, no anti-air?
You could just actually kill these Hydras.
Yeah, you could.
The thing with Corruptors is Corruptors tank Phoenix damage, but they don't actually kill Phoenixes very quickly.
Phoenixes are actually really good.
Yeah.
I think they're underrated. I feel like the strategy of the future is Phoenix, Charge Lot, DT, Observer.
What do you do if they have a lot of fungal growth?
Charge Lot.
But what if they fungal their charge lots?
Split up your Charge Lots.
Ah!
And DTs, and then you snipe the Overseers.
And then they fungal the DTs.
I guess you can mix in High Templars, too. Why not?
Yeah, you need High Templars to work.
6 strat.
It is a 6 strat.
Alright.
I guess you're weak to roaches, too, but...
Yeah, maybe mix in some Immortals. Why not? You have a Robo anyway. For Observer.
Yeah. You know what? The basic idea is don't get stalkers as Protoss.
Yeah.
Because stalkers.
Well, I like just getting DTs and Phoenixes and a few speed observers.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's fun. That's fun in PvP
they can never
too.
detect your DTs. It's like.
It's PvP. It's even more fun than PvC.
Yeah.
Because you kill
Dude, but
observers
the problem
in like
with
2
that
shots.
is like they make Archons and then I lose.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I'm sad because I feel like I make a brilliant strat and I get so far ahead. They make an Archon and I can't do anything.
Or to make photon cannons like
Yeah.
all across the map.
Yeah.
So anyways, the Phoenix are doing a good job with harass. I'm really surprised he hasn't yet gone the fleet beacon, but I guess he's been broke the whole game, right? He's really been on like 2.5 bases the whole game.
Sure. Oh, there's a little green thing down there. Trying to do the left. To the left. To the left. This is important.
Oh.
Look at it. Look at that thing.
What is this?
Is that like an Artosis? I know.
It's an Artosilope.
Artosilope. We've
Yeah,
never seen one.
it's an Artosilope. So this is what happens if
It's a
Artosis
little cute.
gets some
He's a
weird
cute little guy.
radiation treatment and he gets mutated.
Artosis is that moss on a tree. And this is what he turns into in the afterlife. Awesome. Well, I hope he lives. I don't want to see Artosilope die.
So sometimes those critters are untargetable, which means you can only kill them with splash damage. And sometimes you can target them. Like in Brood War, the famous panda bear guy, he was targetable, so you could go and kill him if you wanted to. I do not know if the Artosilope is targetable
I think
or
there's
not.
a tasteless one. Oh, that's a tasteless one.
This one?
Yes.
Tastelope. Tastelope.
How do you taste?
Tastelope.
Tastelope.
Like cantaloupe, but without the le. And
No, I think it's Tostalope. Tostalope?
Tostalope.
That's right. Tostalope.
Tostalope.
No, that's the only way. That's the right way.
They're both very similar. You know, the Tostalope
Yeah.
is looks exactly like the Artosilope.
Except it's a different color.
Exactly. It's blue instead of green.
Wow.
A little bit of a DT harass here at the top left, but mutas are trying to find a blur.
Okay.
I never got one. You can just tell them to attack a general area and figure it would work.
Well.
You could do that in some games.
Well, he knows his opponent's army is up in the top left, which is nice to know.
A Warcraft 3, that's what you can do it in.
Oh, 40T.
Poor little guy.
All the way in the top left, though, and now Minigun knows all that's up there. He set up the space at the top right.
Where's that? Oh, the speeding
Oh,
stop
he
patrolling.
got lazy.
He used to he wanted a nap.
He needs to hibernate for the
Yeah,
winter.
okay. But once he stops hibernating and goes up there,
Yes.
that base will be spotted.
Yes, it will.
So what has KawaiiRice been doing? So Minigun's been trying to build up his air and his Templar army. That's the ultimate late game Protoss army. He's got the fleet beacon, so he started getting the Phoenix range upgrade, which is huge. And had in Tempest. You know, KawaiiRice has got some Ultralisk, which will help kill the...
Oh!
Oh!
A bungle! Hitting the Phoenixes! Is that what KawaiiRice needs? No, the storm melts away a bunch of the Hydras. So many storms from Minigun with authority onto these units from KawaiiRice, and he's going to shred it away. It looked like KawaiiRice was brilliant with the fungals of Minigun saying, you know what? I got Storm, and you got a bunch of light units, you're dead, my friend. And now Minigun, what is to stop this ferocious Protoss army?
Well, the good news is the Ultralisk killed all the High Templar, and then they ran away. They did their job. These are good Ultralisks.
Pick them up with the Phoenixes. Dude, I think 5 Phoenixes should be able to pick up an Ultra.
5?
Yes. I think that's a
Okay.
fair number.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
How many for a hatchery? 20?
No, hatcheries are rooted into the ground. Ultras
Okay.
aren't.
You're right. They're just heavy.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, Ultras are heavy. Yep, absolutely.
So, without High Templar, if he can get like a max army of Hydras, but you know what, KawaiiRice, for all his bases, he's taking enough, you know, he doesn't have any money.
Oh.
Is he just gonna die to this?
I think he will, man. Units lost. Can we look at that? I'm a little scared.
It's not a pretty
Look
picture.
at that. Nearly double in favor of Minigun.
Well, we got something going on over here. I think a lot of Baneys just killed a lot of workers.
Wow.
Worker killed is up to...
Oh my god. 86
There's
workers
been
killed.
some deaths in the family.
Income, how many probes does Minigun have left?
26.
Oh my goodness.
And he's not, I mean, he's mined out of these 3 bases, so he's only mining from here. But he's on 1 base economy. But KawaiiRice doesn't have that many
He
drones.
has a lot of gas. What if he just masses infestors or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's what he should do because there's no High Templar left. But he's trying to get...
Hydras.
Yeah, if he can get enough Hydras, it would work. But the problem is unit tab is 11 Hydras. Versus 18 Phoenix and 8 Void Race, he's going to need at least 30, if not 35.
The thing is, like, I feel like Minigun's good enough to just split everything up. There's the GG well played. Wow, what a game. A game that started with, like, KawaiiRice looking really good. He had creep spread all over the map. He denied his opponent's third over and over and over again, but then just lined up too many cost-inefficient engagements. I mean, we said, like we saw, he said,
It was some brutal.
it's okay, I don't have to trade, fine, because I have a bunch of money.
That's when he was using speed links. As soon as he started
Yeah.
getting the mutas, those are expensive, man.
Corruptors,
Yeah.
investors,
It's like each mute you can think of that is
Yeah.
like a Protoss losing a Phoenix. Like if you lose like 30 Phoenix, like a Protoss can't even imagine being able to afford 30 Phoenix other than losing them. Or like
True.
Terran like 30 medevacs.
Yeah.
Like that's
No,
a
you're
lot
right.
of resources.
That's crazy. That's a lot of resources. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But Minigun showing fancy play, coming back from the dead, looked like there. And now, Minigun's up 1-0 in this best of 3. So guys, stay tuned. KawaiiRice can still come back and win 2 in a row. Minigun wins the next one. He'll be on to the next round of the MLG Summer Invite. Guys, stay tuned. Game 2 of Minigun versus KawaiiRice coming up.